You know, they say that it's always good to accessorize, and a good accessory can make or break an outfit. It can also make or break a gaming experience. And that is why we here at Shack News are about to deliberate the best gaming accessory of 2022. We have a couple of handy dandy gaming accessories to nominate. So why don't we just get down to it? Who would like to nominate their accessory first?
I can kick this one off. This headset that I actually have on my head right now, the Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. I got this for review earlier this year, and I have not used any other audio device as happily since. It's a wireless headset. It's uh it's got this sort of built-in mic, which is probably the most flush mic that I've ever seen as far as one of these go. It completely goes like perfectly plush against it, which I like that because I hate having those little nubs sticking out on other headsets. It has a portable battery that you literally it's right here on this cup, and it has a spare battery that's charging in the actual media base. So like this battery lasts an entire day from when I usually start my job at around 8 a.m. to usually it'll last me until I can say 9 or 10 o'clock at night and still have some juice left in it. And then I just put the battery in the charger, take the other one out, and put it in, and I'm ready to go for the next day. It has Bluetooth, so you can hook it up to a phone. It has the option to be on PC, like I've got it right now, or I can hook it up to the PS5 and PS4. Unfortunately, not Xbox. There is actually an Xbox version of it because Xbox runs different audio codecs. Um, but as far as the performance itself, this thing also has provided some of the best sound, best clarity, and it's just the whole package. Like I have never been more happy with a headset than I've been with this particular headset.
So for that headset, TJ, is it because they're different technologies and different like architectures, or is it because of the licensing thing? Like
As
for
far as what?
it's like because it works on everything that works on PC will work on PS5, but you have to get a specific Xbox one to work with Xbox, or sometimes vice versa. I'm just curious because I like headsets that have that work everywhere and not just in one or two ecosystems.
It's Xbox's audio codec. It works
Okay,
slightly different from PS5 and PC in a way that usually, like, it's not just SteelSeries. There's a lot of headsets out there that they make a version for PlayStation and they make a version for Xbox.
okay, interesting. Learning new things every day. Thank you.
But the fact of the matter is, they have that option available if you know you're gonna be using this for Xbox primarily.
Sounds like a pretty solid headset. So, are you're using it for music and gaming and all that good stuff? And like, what's the experience like when you're like in Discord while gaming?
I have used this thing as like a surround sound headset on games like Rainbow Six Siege. That's actually how I tested it for the review because I that game has some of the best sound in gaming in my opinion, and it works very well. Like it has really good 3D sound as far as just like I can if somebody's coming at me from this way, I'll know it. And then I can just as easily jump into a Discord call with y'all and without having to adjust any settings besides maybe volume, and it works and it's perfectly crystal clear. I do use a different mic than the mic that's on the headset, but I haven't heard any complaints from my friends when I've used it for like when I take it over to the living room and play on PS5 in a party with them. I just really like having the ease of access of the whole thing, being able to just move from one platform to another and know that it's going to work on gaming, on conversation, on everything. And if I want to take a walk with the headset and do Bluetooth, I have that option too. It's also comfy as hell. Like I get up from my desk all the time and don't even take it off because like it's very light. very comfy, and I often forget I'm wearing it.
Awesome. Sounds like some stylish headphones. Bill, do you have a pair of these by any chance?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I have so many headsets at this point that I honestly don't know if I have those headsets or not. That specific set or not. Yeah.
But you've used a lot of SteelSeries, right?
I have used a lot of SteelSeries headsets. And I generally do enjoy SteelSeries products, but headsets for me go a little bit deeper than that, as I am more someone who is into open back headsets and not into closed back headsets. So it can depend entirely on that factor for me.
All right. Well, good nomination there, TJ. But I think we have some other nominations as well. Let's see. What do we have here? Going down the list. And it looks like some folks have
We've had a few good products from the people at VICTRIX, and one thing that I've actually been reviewing as of late, but also got to check out back at TwitchCon, was the VICTRIX Pro BFG for the PlayStation 5. And part of what I really like about this, first of all, I'm not an arcade stick guy. Never been like a pro arcade stick user. So if I ever wanted something a little bit of an edge in a fighting game, I'm not going to get it because I'm just going to use controller and I'm going to get my ass whooped. I mean, I'm probably going to get my ass whooped regardless. That's another story. But one thing I liked about the VICTRIX Pro BFG is the modularity and the way that you can swap out different control stick layouts. And one of the things you can do is you can replace that right side of your controller and just make it a 6-button layout for your fighting games. And I really like that little detail, and I like that I can make it that it gave me a little bit, didn't give me much of an edge, but it made it a little easier for me to play. So I definitely liked it from that end, and I like that you can swap out the left control stick with like a better D-pad with like more of a circle pad, and like just the options that you have when it comes to playing fighting games or when it comes to playing shooters, because there are definitely like options for your for your uh, for your triggers as well. I was a big fan of the VICTRIX when I tried it, and I don't know, I'm still trying it. Like I haven't been able to use it so much for shooters lately, but you know what? I still like that option is there.
is
Yeah.
is there haptic feedback on it?
There is not haptic feedback, and the reason for that is that haptic feedback is a PlayStation exclusive feature. You will only find that on the DualSense. And to me, the fact that this does not have haptic feedback is a plus. I like it. I'm not a fan of haptic feedback, so I actually really like that this doesn't have it.
Yeah, the haptic feedback is actually patented by Sony, if I recall correctly. I have a question, Ozzy. Like on that left side, can you flip the joystick around so that you have an Xbox orientation on the D-pad and the stick?
I believe so. I have not tried it yet, but it does give you everything you need to like switch everything around. I need to try that layout myself. I'll get back to you on that.
I think you can. I feel like I
That's-
did that at some point. I got a
That's
controller
good to
here too. You know, it's got the layouts. It's nice.
Oh, yeah. Like that. Like what Denny's got there.
Yeah.
'cause
There you go.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is a big deal. Everybody's been asking for
Yeah,
that on a PlayStation controller for like ever. Because not everybody likes the sticks side by side. They like
Exactly.
the Xbox 360 controller layout.
And sometimes
Yeah.
it comes down to game, at least for me when it comes to fighters. Some, if I'm using controller layout, some I do prefer the, side by side, and some I don't. So that's why I have both options. Which is pretty cool.
And how easy is it to flip that around?
It's pretty convenient. Everything is pretty smooth. I definitely thought about flipping it out. I would use it in the in an open like match format and stuff like that if I was taking it out to a tournament or something. it wouldn't be
It
that
doesn't take
hard
a lot
to.
of time to switch stuff in and out. They do give you the tool that you need, and
Yeah, it's
maybe
quick.
it takes like a few minutes at most.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
a
I didn't think
pretty
about the dual sense or the dual options not being there, but yeah, I guess it could be a good feature for people that don't like it.
man. That is a stylish controller, and the customization stuff is solid. Like this is really the first time I've seen something like this for a
And they gave you this
PlayStation.
nice little case and everything for it too. It's nice and handy. It's got a nice pocket space for, and it's got a removable cord as well. So of course I chopped it out. It's got a removable cord you can take out too, so you can swap it out if you want a longer cord or a shorter cord, stuff like that. If you're not doing the wireless options, because obviously in tournament settings, a lot of times there could be a bit of an issue of disconnecting and stuff like that. But yeah, you get a nice little setup. It's got the tool and everything all in one place, so it's easy to swap out and everything fits right in the case. So you can put your little stuff in here too. But yeah, it's definitely my pick as far as accessories go.
Yeah, that's a stylish controller, and you know what? I think those are the only two accessories up for a nomination this year, which means unless anybody has wait, Donovan has something, but he is not here.
Donovan has temporarily
moment.
stepped out.
All right. Oh, you know what? It's the Arctis Pro. I'm sorry. It's just it was just different. It's already been nominated by TJ. I'm sorry. It was just phrased differently in the spreadsheet. Okay, that threw me for a loop there. Court documents need to be filed properly, I guess. Is the lesson here.
I do see this one that Morgan's got. Morgan, is the Nova 7X substantially different from the Nova Pro headset that I described?
Unfortunately for me, it has been worse than my other headsets. I'm not actually using it because it just stopped working entirely out of nowhere. So, but I feel like the Pro, like the one that you guys have and I've been talking about, is a little bit better. I'm not sure why mine does not want to work with the Xbox, PlayStation, my laptop in general. But
Well, all right. Well,
technology doesn't like me, but it's fine.
All right. Well, let's not worry about that nomination then. Fair enough.
I think the Pro is cool though. The Pro is good. The 7X or whatever I have, I don't know. I think it's just me. I don't know. Technology craps out on me.
Fair enough.
You just got to stop hitting it with a hammer, Morgan. I think that's the problem. Is if you hit technology with a hammer too much, it kind of gets upset about that. That's been my lesson, at least. But I digress. I think we're ready to vote. And you know what? What the hey? I'll go first this time, just for funsies. I'm voting for the VICTRIX Pro BFG wireless controller. That thing is shiny. I want one. I'm drooling over it. For me, headsets come and go, but a good controller, if you can find, like, if you can customize it the way you want it and get it just right, that's something that I'm probably going to use a lot longer than a headset, which is, Morgan points out, like they tend to come and go a lot quicker. And it looks so shiny. I'm like drooling over it. I'm a little jelly, Denny. But not that jelly. And then I guess I'll throw Donovan's vote out here since he stepped away. He's voting for the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro headset. So that's one there. David L. Craddock
with the Nova Pro headset.
All right, Denny Von Doom.
I'm sticking with the VICTRIX.
All right, Greg Burkleton Burke.
I guess I'll do the VICTRIX. There's good arguments for that.
TJ Denzer.
Staying with the Nova Pro. You're right that headsets do come and go, but if this headset died, I'd go out and buy the exact same one. Like I love it.
Fair enough. Good endorsement. Ozzy.
I'm sticking with the VICTRIX.
VICTRIX Pro. And Morgan.
I'm going to go with the Nova Pro.
All right. The word pro is in both of these, throwing me off. Bill Lavoie.
Yeah, headsets are too they're too tied to individual preferences for me. The controller feels like it's going to appeal to a wider audience.
It's going to
modular.
customize to you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, if a headset doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. This controller, it looks like, the customizable options mean that it could work for you. So I'm going to go with VICTRIX.
All right. Sam.
As someone who can't stand the inline sticks on a PlayStation controller, I gotta go to VICTRIX. Being able to swap that joystick around, yeah, sign me up.
All right. There you go. And now it's time for us to count the absentee ballots. Asif also voted for the VICTRIX Pro because he feels the same way about you about those analog sticks, Sam. And he's also not a fan of haptic feedback. So I think a PlayStation controller without that is actually more appealing to him.
Asif hates the DualSense.
Yeah, he really doesn't like it. Yeah.
So having another option that also lets him put it in Xbox orientation as far as sticks is a really good thing.
And last but not least, Steve T also voted for the VICTRIX Pro. And that means we have ourselves a very clear winner here. The VICTRIX Pro BFG wireless controller is your best gaming accessory of 2022.